They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check 99. Check 99.
Throwing again. Jackson, flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's man. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
1st down, a run with Cohen. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
26-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson, forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Touchdown, Ravens. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football. They forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. Here's Ryan. It's caught. It's Stewart. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Ito Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On third down, Franklin. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Let's go now. Let's go. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, put it to the jet. Put it to.
first down. Cohen takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Hey, Tuesday.
After the penalty, it's Smith. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Man left. Even. 4 down.
From the 39, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Come on, set. Henry. 950. 6 man. Max box. Right. Watch the whip.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make someone miss it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll set up the screen to Smith. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Double time. Double time. Hey. 4 down. Face. Hey, South. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check Mike, 99. Mike, 99. Check pass. Check Mike, 99. 58. Let's go, defense. Our time. Hey, Delta. Check Mike, 99. Mike, 99. Let him go.
Here's Ryan to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hodges. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's Ryan. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ryan now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 12, Ryan, and he's got this one complete to Stewart. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now it's Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know it.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the run. Here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50. Hey, watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Double time, double time. 4 down, check, 4 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 22. Fancy footwork at the 45. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check Mike, 99, get out.
Now Ryan on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, 28 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2. and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Ravens have got it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Deion Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Finding room inside the 40. Got a man. It's Brown. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. The screen pass here to Cullen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby south. That's it.
Now Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw is Jackson, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Again, it's Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run it again with Smith, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They'll run it here with Smith. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action now. Jackson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Hey, watch him. Check 52. Check 4. Go. Out. Run. Kill. Over. Set up.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Like 25. Watch tight end.
On first down, Smith. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Fellas, they don't want. Keep playing on the
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it, baby.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now it's Smith. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go back to the ground with Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want...
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Right there, 54. Right there.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.